Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Family Nuggets, where life begins and love never ends. Welcome, viewers. We are finally back.
Yes, we are.
I think it might be too late to say Happy New Year.
But we can still say Happy
Well,
New
yeah,
Year.
it's the first time we're on air.
Yes. Okay, Happy New Year
From
to
Family
all
Nugget.
our viewers, from all of us, Family Nugget. You already know me. I'm your host, one of your hosts. I am Mrs. Lafunky, one of your hosts for tonight, and I've got with me
Fumi Adeyemi.
Okay, before I introduce the next person, I'm sure you can see that we have a lovely, beautiful, pretty damsel lady here. So we have a new host on Family Nugget. So we've got Libya joining us.
Hello, everyone.
So Libya is going to be one of our hosts on Family Nugget. So thank you, Libya. We're happy to have you as one of our hosts.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome. Let's just give you a round of applause.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here.
We know you obviously you have a lot to share and to contribute and also to impact our viewers as well. So I'm sure our viewers will love to know more about you and to learn from you through our discussions really. So tonight, we have an interesting topic, don't we?
Yes, we do. We have a very interesting topic. You know, it's a topic that I know a lot of people struggle with. You know, children struggle with it, parents struggle with it, couples struggle with it as well. And it's amazing how we struggle with it because, you know, it's got its positive sides and it's got its negative sides as well. It's social media. It's becoming even more intertwined in our lives and relationships. Can its use affect our families positively, or is it all negative? You know,
I think the negative outweighs the positive.
okay.
So we put on the balance, we probably not even recognize the positive part of it because the other one weighs more.
We're gonna find
We'll
out.
find out today. Our topic today is the effect of social media on families.
Okay, so before we obviously go into our question, we'd like to welcome our viewers. Once again, welcome viewers to Family Nugget, where life begins and love never ends. Please comment, like, and share. And please share with others on your Facebook or on any social media platform. That's one of the benefits. We're impacting knowledge, so please help us to comment, like, and share. And please put a thumbs up or a like for us to know that you're with us in the studio. So we are live. Please keep the question coming and comment about social media. So who have we got online? Look, we've got... Do you want to say who we've got online?
Lillian Abimbola Craig, you're in day.
Hello, Lillian, and that's Sister
Hello.
Bimbo, that's the king and Yorinde's wife.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
hello, Lillian, thank you for joining us, and hello, Sister Bimbo, thank you for joining us. We've got about 9 people online as well. Hello, Minister Sheyi, you're also online. Thank you for joining us. So we're just going to start because we're quite conscious of time. We've got a lot to cover, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so where do we start from?
What types of social media do we actually have out there? Or should we start by what exactly is social media? What exactly is
Okay.
social media, Lafunki?
Okay, so in terms of what social media is any sort of platform where we communicate, we express ourselves, and any form of platform where we communicate, express ourselves, and any form of platform where we share content of all kinds. So it could be pictures, videos, it could be words, it could be through games. So any sort of platform through a form of technology, I would say, where we communicate, express, and share content. Would you agree?
Yeah, I quite
Yeah.
agree with you. Yeah, actually. Yeah. Sister
So-
Libya, what do you think?
Well, social media, what does it mean to you when you hear that word?
My idea of social media is basically all the, like you've said, all the platforms through which people can communicate. Even text messaging is part of social media because we're making use of ICT as well. I should generally say any platform that makes use of the internet,
Okay.
the ICT in general.
Okay, so any form of technology. Which is
Yeah.
because when we say internet, is that like Wi-Fi or does that mean something else?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have, okay.
Because text message, you don't need
Yeah,
internet.
you don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
because
necessarily.
if I remove the internet, then it narrows it down. So that's why I use the internet. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm not that IT compliant, but
That's fine.
Just
I
for the
think
little I know.
Yeah, I think it's a form of technology or any way that
any
you
kind of technology by means you know
Communicate.
you can
Where you can communicate.
or share any information or
Express
interact
Yes, with people.
with people.
Okay. So what types of social media do we have out there?
social.
There are loads.
There are loads. Maybe our viewers can help us out. What types of social media do you know? I think we'll
Do we
start.
have any?
Let's see, viewer. Let's see anyone. Let's see the first person to comment. What types of social media do you know? Because obviously, people that are watching us, they're obviously using a form of social
Obviously.
media.
Our
isn't
platform
it?
is a social media platform,
That's
the Facebook.
Okay,
so we've got the
Facebook.
Facebook, we've got High Five, we've got Twitter.
Is
Today,
High
to
Five
be,
there?
yeah,
Just do
To be
iPhone.
honest, I only found out a couple of social media platforms because we were researching for this topic. So somebody's like Tumblr. I'm like,
what's that?
what's that?
So what's actually Tumblr?
Okay,
Honestly.
I don't know.
Please, what is Tumblr? Is that like a glass cup?
It's like
It's a form of a social media platform.
Yes.
Please, viewers, educator, what is a Tumblr? How do you spell it?
T-U-M-B-L-R.
like, the way you know Tumblr.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure it has an E though.
So it's
That's it.
Tumblr,
I'm not sure.
I think it doesn't have
T-U-M-B-L-R.
a- Yeah, it doesn't have
yes,
it.
it doesn't have an E. Yes.
So we've got various, you've said Facebook.
yeah, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've
Twitter.
got i5, we've got
YouTube.
WhatsApp, we've got
And we've got,
Snapchat,
and we've got this
Snapchat.
annoying new one
Which one
that
is
you
that?
don't need a phone to use. It's called TikTok.
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 Yeah, we've got Kik.
Key.
Yes, yeah, we've got Kik.
We've got Instagram.
Yeah, we've got Instagram. We've got WeChat.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got
I think
Snapchat.
there's Viber as well.
Yes, there's
I've
Viber
never
as
used
well.
it before.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
Viber
I've heard
as
of
well.
Viber.
Yeah.
People use it to, like Hangout. You know
Yes.
Hangout?
Yes, there's
Yeah,
Hangouts
like
as well.
Google
Do a lot of
Hangouts.
video
Mhm.
chatting and all that.
We've got
Yes.
FaceTime,
Yes, we've got
Oh yeah,
FaceTime,
FaceTime.
WhatsApp,
Skype.
There was this one.
Skype. That's true.
I've forgotten the name. There was this one people were using. You know, you can use it internationally. I can't remember it again, but it was.
It's not Skype.
It's not Skype.
Oh, I wonder what that
It was
is.
almost like Facebook, but it's not. It's not Instagram. I mean, there are loads.
I know there are lots of them out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of our viewers have commented. Hello, Queen Bee. Thank you for joining us. YouTube. Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's
YouTube.
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 Yes,
Yeah,
there's
we know.
YouTube as
So
well.
we've got Instagram. There are loads how they're used for various reasons. Oh, we've got musical ones. Music. Oh, I only know of YouTube.
Mhm.
Oh, there's. Oh,
There's Google Music.
no, there's another one.
Yeah, there's
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah,
That's
Spotify,
it.
There's Google Music,
yes,
there's Apple Music.
Yes, there's Apple
Oh,
Music.
there's so many out there.
There's so many
There's
out there.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Yes, LinkedIn. Yeah.
LinkedIn.
That's more professional.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's still a form of social media platform because people are expressing something and
Something,
communicating,
yes,
and they're
content,
sharing a form of content, aren't they?
Yes, they
Through
are.
that platform. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, viewers. So we've got so many. If anybody knows what Tumblr is, please let us know. Isn't
You
it?
need
'Cause
to take a look at your face.
I don't know what it is. Can you see how clueless I am? Actually? No,
I
honestly.
actually heard of that today.
I need
like
to
it.
maybe I need to cheat and Google it. Google maybe is one of them. Google
Yeah,
Plus.
Google Plus. Yes, there's Google Plus. Yes.
Okay.
There are quite a number of them out there, really. You know, yes. And, you know, teenagers explore them, parents explore them, adults
true.
explore them, children
Children
explore
explore
them.
them.
You know, and I know that a few of them have got age restrictions as well. So maybe we should talk about the age restrictions
You're right.
and then how effective are these age restrictions? Because I know for sure that, for example, Facebook, it's got a restriction, I think 18 years, but I'm not so sure it really works.
I understand.
I think
it's been
Facebook is
reduced to
actually
30
13,
to
yeah.
16, and then somebody just told me today
It's
it's
13.
gone down to 13.
Yeah,
And
Facebook
again,
has
yeah,
gone to
and I
13.
think people also lie about their age,
Oh,
and you know,
yes.
there's nothing to, you know, there's nothing to.
So you're right.
yeah.
I was
5 years ago, a lot of kids were on Facebook. We're not supposed to be on Facebook, and how did they get there? oh, uncle, can you sign me on Facebook, blah, blah,
No,
blah.
they don't even need. I don't think
People
they even
just
need
change their
uncles,
date
or
of
they just
birth.
change their date of birth.
Well,
'Cause-
if they have the facility, yes. If they have the gadget, yes.
Oh,
But
that's
when you don't have the gadget
they
and
go
you
through,
want to,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
be on
somebody.
it, so that anytime you have hold of anyone, you can easily just log on. You need to
Okay,
go.
I
So
get
it
that,
is
I
for
get
some
that.
reasons
If
some
uncles and aunties are also logging them on, then is it not right for us to also inform, to
I'm not
educate
sure. I'm not sure
uncles
they
and
understand
aunties
the,
on, yeah.
And that's why we're obviously talking about
Yeah.
the
Consequences.
Because
effect of
perhaps they're
social
logging them on because they're signing them on because they do not even understand the age restrictions
The
and
age
things like that,
restriction.
and then
Yeah.
they do not even know how it could affect the children.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. One thing I wanted
So-
to mention before we talk about different age restriction for each social media that we're aware of, one thing that we also need to bear in mind is the fact that there's an age restriction, it means that they're trying to restrict some ages from going on it. So we need to think, why would there be age restriction? This could be due to safety.
Yeah.
This could also be due to some of the advertisement that go on those particular websites or
Definitely.
social
some
media
kind of
platforms.
exposure.
Yes.
Inappropriate exposure that this children get exposed.
Yeah, we're definitely
exposed
going to
to.
get there.
So
Yeah.
now let's talk about the age. We did a bit of research in terms of the age
Yeah,
restrictions.
so would you like to?
So in terms of Facebook, for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so Facebook, you need to be at least age 13 to have a Facebook account. And for Twitter, you also need to be at least age 13. So do you have a child or your niece or nephew that is under 13? Are they on Facebook? They shouldn't really be on Facebook. And also for Pinterest, they need to be at least 13. And when we talk about YouTube, this is the one that is quite interesting. And I can understand why this age restriction is there, because recently we've been hearing so many things about some content being shared on YouTube. So for somebody to be using a YouTube page or having a YouTube account, they actually have to be at least age 18.
Yeah.
This is something that I need to reflect on, because
Because
it
a
says
lot of
age
parents, yeah,
18.
because and then
So that
sometimes
means under 18, if they use it, we should be supervising them.
yes, parental guidance, isn't it?
Because again, there's
Age
this.
18.
Let me
Oh,
just
gosh.
chip in. There's this autoplay on YouTube now. So as the app upgrades, it whether you like it or not,
Automatically just,
it
yeah.
automatically updates, and so you get to this point where anything plays on, as long as it's probably picking one or two similarities in the content or whatever. So that one finishes, the other one plays. You have no control over it. And what's happened to me before,
No control.
you don't have, except you remove it to say
Okay.
don't do autoplay. A lot of us don't take notice of the fact that it's probably on autoplay, and it shouldn't be on autoplay.
What's that?
So yeah, there's
So there's
this,
there's something you
On-
need to undo. So if it's on
Where?
autoplay,
On YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah. On
Sorry, I
YouTube.
need to.
so I probably open to show you here.
Okay, so
So
there's
you
something
know-
we could press
Yes.
not to have the autoplay.
autoplay, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, I
so,
didn't even
so
know
it's
this.
it's not autoplay. I remember once my daughter was on YouTube. We just give them the gadgets, go away, so you let me rest and all that, and they just keep watching. And when that's done, the next one comes on. So the kids are like, okay. And somebody walked in and was like, oh my God, put that off. But then it wasn't her fault, because she didn't know what she was expecting.
And by the time a child is under 18 sees something unexpected,
It stays.
It
It
stays.
sticks.
You can't unsee
You
what
can't-
you've
yeah, you
seen.
can't
Yeah,
unsee
Yeah.
it,
of
yeah.
course.
Another age restriction that I should mention is for WhatsApp, you've got to be at least age 16 to use WhatsApp. And I know the under 16 are using
So
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
look at this now. This is on
Oh,
autoplay now.
autoplay.
So I need to take it off from
Do
autoplay.
you want to show?
I wish we could show our viewers.
I don't know how to show
actually.
this to
No,
everybody.
maybe you should just turn it.
I don't know
Don't
if
say
people
it.
will be
So you
able
I don't know
to
if they
know.
can say.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't
You
know.
need to
Maybe
take it
one
off from
of our.
autoplay, or
I don't
else
think-
when
Okay.
it's done with this
Yeah.
this track, it will play the next one. But when it's not on autoplay, it will just stop there.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, our media team will not be able to zoom into that. But what Libya is trying to tell us is that there's something on YouTube that you can turn off the autoplay, and turn so that it wouldn't be playing back to back of different things. But that wouldn't stop the adverts. I would.
No, it won't stop the adverts.
The
no.
advert will play before the whatever,
Okay.
and then probably play afterwards, and then it will stop there. It won't go to the next item or the next program or whatever.
Okay, so in summary, YouTube is for over 18, and anybody under 18 they use YouTube, they need to be supervised or have a form of parental guidance
Or parental control.
or parental control or a parental monitoring it in whatsoever way.
Apparently, there's YouTube Kids now.
Yeah, there is.
There is also YouTube Kids. We've got that, and there's WhatsApp age restriction 16, LinkedIn age restriction 14, Facebook 13, Instagram 13. Queen B said there are programs out there for parents to monitor what children can view on all gadgets at home. Thank you.
Thank you, Queen B. Yeah. So, are there any benefits, for the social medias? Or is it all negative, negative, negative? Personally, I think, there are lots of benefits because, for example, I know a lot of people use the social media to advertise, to promote, their businesses.
And which one of what sort of social media do they use?
I know they use Facebook, they use Instagram,
That's
they
true.
use, they use
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Yeah, they use most of the social media actually,
That's a
to
good idea,
promote
to
their
promote their
businesses.
business.
Yes,
So it can lead to
and to also
income
pass on
generation.
information as well.
Yeah.
To educate people.
Educate.
So it's not, all negative,
All
honestly.
negative.
But parents, I believe that parents need a basic understanding of what their children are doing. To guide them.
be able
Do
to
you understand?
guide
To be able to guide them on what's appropriate and what's safe online. Children are gaining access to social media sites at a very, very young age. So you cannot just be ignorant of that and just sit down and assume that, oh, you know what, I trust my child won't do this, I trust my child won't do that, But again, you also need to educate yourself. You need to know what exactly these things are. You need to know what Facebook is, you need to know what Twitter is, you need to know what Instagram is. You need to know
Snapchat.
all of those things, because if you do not know them, then how then do you educate your child?
That's true.
How do you educate your child? How do you talk to them about being safe on on social media?
Also, in terms of the safety of
How
social
do you
media.
yes, because they're exposed to all sorts of content out there. So we need to be able to educate them as well, and also
Yeah, I agree. I think we
Yeah,
should
so-
talk about, because obviously now, we're still going to talk about the negative aspect. So you've mentioned the benefits in the sense of it can promote business. So that would be for people that are of an age that can use it as a sort of platform to I was thinking I'm going to start with the little ones in terms of the benefits
it's
so for
quite
example, my
educative and
daughter
informative.
she's 20 months old, so she's going to be 2 in June. So we use social media for her in a sort of for like education. So we've downloaded a couple of things on social media that she's got on her own tablet. I mean, when I was that age, I don't even know if there was a tablet in my days. So in terms of, so she can learn about our colors, blue, red, the primary colors. She can also learn our numbers, 1, 2, 3. She can also learn ABC. So it can be quite educational for that age, I would say. So what you're teaching them maybe in paper, they can learn it through music, through social media, heat control. So I would say for the little ones, there are benefits. Some parents use it as a form of distraction. Maybe they are washing the dishes or something. They'll play. I don't think I completely subscribe to that, but I know some people do use it to say, okay, let me use that to keep that child busy. I want to.
No. If you're using it to keep the child busy,
maybe
and you know what the child is doing.
Yeah,
because that's it. You really need to know. I personally think it's really good. Social media, I think it's really good for education.
Let me add this
and information. There's so many things. We're not an island. So there's so many things that the children need to know.
They can even learn about technical skills. They will build their technical skills.
But you need to know what your child is doing online. I think that's the main thing here.
But what about, would you not say the duration also matters?
And then duration also matters.
Because it can be quite
They should not
addictive.
leave on it. I know some kids that, oh, they want to eat, you have to put something for them to
Yeah, I think that's so wrong,
distract
honestly.
them,
Yeah.
or else they're not going to eat that food. Oh, if you don't play so and so, the kid will not eat. And so the kid's life is built around Peppa Pig or some Barney stories or some whatever. So
they won't eat unless they watch that
Mickey Mouse and all that, and then their life is it's kind of holding them at ransom. So you can't even ask a child to do something without maybe cajoling the child with, okay, watch this along. I don't think I subscribe to that, but unfortunately that's what's become with some kids and some parents.
That's right. Another benefit I would say for young people and also for adults could also be is a form of where you can learn from others, because from like using social media, you can actually create groups on, let's say for example, Facebook or WhatsApp. You can have groups where you can share ideas. You can, maybe you want to communicate with about 5-6 people. You can have a group to update them. For example, let's say you belong to a basketball team or a choir group. You can have like a group where you can talk about whatever you're doing. Let's say some people are doing their GCSE maths and they're quite in the top set and they're quite close to a group of people. They can actually revise through by creating like a form of a group. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I think as adults as well, common interest, obviously we're family nugget, we need to find a way to communicate. And we do that through a group.
Yeah.
So can you see
So that's why we said they are the positive sides.
They are the positive side of
So it means that, parents should try, to work with their children other than try to control
it completely.
Yes, they need to work with them. They need to be able to, liaise with them and open up, that communication, line where the children can talk to them. They can talk to their children as well.
That's true. Some families even have family WhatsApp.
Yes,
yeah,
we have family
we have it
WhatsApp as
too.
well.
We have a family and a sibling one.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Another thing I think another benefit that we should know, we can also take from social media is people also get a job from social media.
Yes,
even though people are trying to promote their businesses, some people they post job adverts or promote their CV, like Sister Bimbo mentioned, LinkedIn. Some people, they get jobs through through networking. Another thing also we shouldn't forget is people use it to keep in touch with family members or friends in different countries. So you want to know maybe what Libya has been, that's if she posts, share content. You can go on maybe her Instagram to say, okay, let me see what she's been up to. Or let me even see what she looks like now, because the last time I saw her was probably in secondary school. I'd like to see what she looks like now. Is she still the leper person I know, the slim person or something? So sort of social media is a platform that you can use to keep in touch, know what your friends look like, your family that you haven't seen in a long time. It's such like an instant thing when you want to reach out.
Quickly reach out, yeah.
Because now we meet people back in, let's say, Nigeria, where I'm originally from. They can just WhatsApp video.
People also use it for, my mom's just sending message, use it for political.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. What about all the broadcasts, prayer broadcasts, devotional? You never know.
Educational conferencing.
Meetings. People hold meetings on WhatsApp as well.
That's true.
Because sometimes you connect with people from all over the world.
You're right. And also,
globally,
you're right. Like sometimes
meetings.
people that work in some organization, they have meeting with somebody in India, in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So social media has actually helped lots of businesses.
We're going too
it
far.
Is promoted.
There's so many. So many of us been part of this Hallelujah challenge. It's social media.
Yeah, it's social media.
And we didn't need to physically
be there.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
and one thing, I learned how to do makeup on YouTube.
Oh.
Wow, so you can learn skills on social media.
That's true.
That's true. Some people, they are making money through something they persistently learn.
Yeah, I hear we have YouTubers as well.
Oh, social media influencer, they call them.
Yeah.
And people are making money.
People are making a lot of money.
Yeah, and they become their own, celebrating their own rights.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So-
I think another thing social media can expose us to other cultures,
Yes,
isn't
it
it?
can.
Yes, of course.
Because you
You
see,
learn about different cultures, what people do, their likes, dislikes.
that's true.
Some people, if they have to travel to other parts of the world, they would have gone, on YouTube.
You even think
or,
they've been
and,
there before.
study about their
That's
culture
true.
and all that.
Look at
Places to go
pictures.
to, location and things like that.
That's
So when they
true.
get there, they're not completely strangers. When they get
That's
there, they're able
true.
to familiarize themselves.
That's
with the
true.
people there.
Another thing
Yeah.
I think social media can also do, you can learn ideas about how to decorate.
Yeah.
Let's say you want to decorate your house or even the church of God. You need
Simple
ideas.
Do it
DIY.
yourself.
Yeah,
Simple
go.
DIY, simple life hacks,
You see?
kitchen hacks, what
So
you
many-
can do to.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so many things to.
Even health tips as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, health tips as
You're
well.
right.
Like your
people can
water
come-
mantra.
Exactly, yeah.
There's
And then you don't have
actually-
to actually go to the hospital.
Hospital.
You just pick
And
up one or two
yeah,
things.
you're right. And also we've got some ministries on social media. Some people have women's group, health group, like you
Yeah.
said. Some people don't even have a physical sort of Christian ministry. It's all on social media, and they are making a huge difference in
Yeah,
people's life.
they are.
There's a group that I know on Facebook. It's called Ask the Pediatrician. So you've got some very experienced pediatrician in Nigeria. They know that some people can't afford to go to the hospital, or they go to the village's local clinic or something. So this pediatrician, they've come together to educate people, so anybody can ask questions, and it's only pediatricians that can respond to any question they have about, because apparently in Nigeria the mortality rate is quite
Yeah,
high
it is.
during pregnancy and when the baby is born. So they use that platform to help people. So health tips.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So
really
people
good.
use it for so many things, So it's
Political
not,
one, you
so
said
it's
it.
not all negative, honestly.
People use to promote their parties.
Yeah.
Isn't
With
it?
the Nigerian election that's just been, conducted, you wouldn't know the amount of messages and, all the...
Promotion that went on social media.
My phone just kept buzzing. Boom, boom,
Wow.
So it's all social
Social media. And finally from me, one thing that we can also, another benefit we've said about learning skills, my husband actually learned how to play the bass on YouTube.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he took time because he could play other instruments, but he said he wanted to learn how to play the bass. So he committed his time to learning through you. I'm sure you bought some other things.
Of course.
Yeah.
My daughter as well, she
Yeah.
said learning how to bake. The first time she ever started
Baking.
baking. Yeah, was from YouTube as well.
Oh, my first bread
The first
was
time.
YouTube.
This is so lovely.
I mean, I can show you the picture. My dad said it looked like the Passover bread, but I knew it was brioche.
That was your first time.
It was
It was my
So-
first time baking, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So have you got some comments? Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that looks really nice.
And yummy.
Another thing we've not mentioned, Libby, you've commented, it says blogging.
Blogging.
I blog. There's so many bloggers out there. Lifestyle bloggers, baking, people that bakers.
People, bloggers.
Yeah, I'm a Christian blogger. Let's just read a couple of comments. Kunle Kafo said, good point for me. Do you know the person? So you
Yeah,
can say hello.
thank you, Kunle.
And
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. We've got Queen B saying you have webinars. That's true.
Yeah.
So webinars is a form of where they train you or whatever meeting you need to be on, isn't it? I think
Yes,
that's what
yeah,
webinars
yeah, I
they
think
do.
so.
Online meetings where participants from all over get involved. Schools are now encouraging parents and students to use social media. That's true. We've
They
got
send their parent mail
mail,
via social media as well.
emails,
Yes,
etc.
emails, yeah.
Hello, Prince Nali Alabari. Thank you for watching. Tonight we're talking about the effect of social media on families.
Yeah.
We've talked so far. We've talked about
The positives.
the positives,
What the kind of social media
that are out there,
platforms we have out
and the
there,
age restriction.
and the age restrictions.
Let me try and put Libby on the spot. Okay.
Okay.
In terms of YouTube, what is the age restriction of YouTube?
18.
8 I5.
Uh-huh.
That was a good way to put you on the spot. Okay, I'm gonna test fully
Oh,
now.
we've got some-
What is the age restriction for WhatsApp?
16.
Wow, I5. Please don't test me. You said we've got some.
Why?
Yeah,
She said don't.
we've
test
got some
me.
guests online, and they're still
Okay.
talking on the show.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a comment. Hold on. We've got another comment.
On YouTube as well. We've got people
Oh.
on YouTube as well.
Got
YouTube
people on
online.
Twitter.
Could you
Okay,
check
could you
YouTube
check,
for
please?
us?
Okay, let me check YouTube. Yep.
Okay, so we've got Somi Gbade Somi. Hello, Somi. Thank you for watching.
Ooh.
Oh, I would like to read your comment now. Good evening, great show and good topic. I think social media is a platform that fosters networking, allowing users to exchange content. The fundamental purpose itself is good, but everything is subject to abuse. That's true.
Yeah.
We can't blame technology advancement. One major feature of social platform people don't quickly realize is that it places you in an online world without borders.
Yeah.
You really
you're
don't
out
want,
there.
yeah, you really don't want your kids in there without supervision. They probably don't need to be there if they are still very young. Teenagers may have better understanding, hence the age restriction. One thing parents can consider is installing apps that can be used offline only. Offline apps should not interact with anyone online and will be used locally. Many apps are educational and great for kids of these days who love technology. The focus is for parents to understand what platforms and systems are available and become educated. Ignorance is no longer an excuse, so we must ask, do our research and protect our children. If we don't teach our children, they will learn from others and it could be the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Great point.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
fantastic
you,
point.
Sonny.
Great point.
And
great
you know,
point.
I love his comments because he actually spoke about the risk as well,
The risk
which
and the
I
benefit.
think that's the next thing we need to talk
We need
about.
to talk about.
Social network. What are the risks to our children? Let's start with the children first, because just like social network has got a risk to the children, it's got risk to we as adults as well. So let's
That's
start with the
true.
But I
children.
think
What
it's more
exactly
on
are
the
risks?
children because of, firstly, their ignorance. They're a bit too young to be exposed. So majority of exposure is what I term inappropriate exposure to these children. They're exposed to things that their minds cannot manage at the time at which they are being exposed if they are too young. And sometimes the exposure could derail them, distract them from what exactly, and distract them from what the reality of life is. So you see things on YouTube, for instance, and they assume that's how it ought to
So
be.
that's reality and visual reality.
Yeah, so we need to face reality. It's not always like this.
Yeah.
The girl does not always wake up awesome. I mean, you have to do blah, blah, blah. And they just feel, okay, that's how it is. So it's a lot of misleading for these young ones. That's why I call it inappropriate exposure. But if they are up to the age, and that's why we have age limits, they understand that so-and-so age, this child should be able to manage this and this and this. So the child is allowed at that point, and it's expected that the child should manage it. So when they're exposed to what they are unable to mentally comprehend or manage, you can expect something.
And it could lead to depression as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could lead to
and
depression.
you know what?
There's
You're right.
Yeah, it could lead to depression.
yeah.
Because I think social media, it could lead to it's all about our physical well-being, mental well-being. There was a research I was going
Emotional
through.
well-being.
I was reading something, and it said that between 2002 and 2012, the rate of depression in children has increased significantly. And it's just because of social network as well, social media.
I'll
I'll
blame that. Sorry to cut you. I'll blame that on probably cyberbullying.
Yes,
Cyberbullying,
cyberbullying,
and
I was
also
trying to talk about radicalization as well.
and also
sexism.
self-esteem, in the sense of somebody looking extremely gorgeous,
And then you just think that,
or they
that's
use
how...
Photoshop, or is
Yeah.
that what it's called?
Yeah.
Photoshop to make them all the contour, everything, no spot, nothing. They're looking on point. So I tried looking at that, thinking they're not good enough. They don't look pretty enough.
And then they get
They
depressed.
don't have, and they start getting
Depressed, yeah.
Mhm.
Or they want to
Depressed.
change their
They want
physique,
to change the
who
way they look.
Yes, and things like
That's
that.
why I mentioned the girl does not just wake up also.
Yes, yeah.
Another thing is some young. We're talking about a negative effect on young people now. Sometimes some people they feel like they haven't got a lot of followers, a lot of people that have liked their picture, or they are following them. They feel like they haven't got any friends, so it can emotionally impact them. And when something is emotionally impact you, it start making you to feel anxious. Those are mental health things.
Yes.
It leads to poor mental health. When you're like, oh, nobody has liked on my
Like
picture
me,
all
yeah.
day, nobody has commented on my picture,
And then they fall
That means
into depression.
I haven't got any friend, nobody likes me. But that girl talks to me at school. How come she hasn't liked my picture? How come he hasn't commented or shared my? Those are the things that make children to start feeling depressed or feel anxious. Some of them don't even want to go to school next day because they're like,
Because
you want to say something? Go on.
I posted a few of my daughters. She likes to sing and tell stories. So posted a few of it, and she had subscribers. The first subscriber was her grandfather, and she started looking at how many views, and then she noticed one dislike. And then
Do you know how that would have made her to feel?
How
could have
could
even
somebody
have been an
dislike
error.
my video? I had to take time to talk and
see?
and say everybody will not probably like you, or maybe it was done in error.
Error. Sometimes it's by error.
But then she kept going on. Imagine somebody disliked my video, but then you don't expect everybody to like you. You don't know who's seen it.
Yeah.
And then she kept saying, I need to know who's liked and who has disliked my video.
And how old was when she said that? Was that
It's 10.
you see?
You
Look
know,
at the impact
it's
there
an
already.
impact, exact negative impact. Because again, I was going to say that it also denies, us from, relating with people organically.
You're right.
People, just interact with, a lot of people are lonely.
Yeah, and we
people
tend
are
to
lonely. They just
communicate
interact.
electronically.
Nobody interacts with the world
right.
around them. So 3 of us can be here, and we are actually busy on the phone. If you go on the bus, if you go on the train, everyone is quiet and they're very
everybody's
busy. Everybody's on their
attached.
phone or on something. So
yes.
there's no real interaction. And real interaction also helps the children develop well-rounded.
You're right,
it helps them to
you're
develop around, to develop physically, mentally, socially,
You're right,
and all
'cause
of
now,
that.
this day and age,
And it
people hardly-
enhances their social skills as well.
You're right.
But
People
now,
hardly play games or do anything
they don't
as a
do
family.
all those things anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
No social skills,
right.
they've lost their confidence as well.
Yeah.
They can't come out there, even as adults.
Everything now is, again, growing up as a child, I made my own doll.
Wow.
And I made the dresses. I
Now
put
you
hair
just
on
buy
it.
them.
No, it's not even about the buying.
No, I'm saying in terms
Yes.
of learning the
Even if you
art and
buy
craft.
them, at least you need to play with the doll. Now nobody cares about doll.
Nobody plays
My
with
daughter's
dolls.
doll
No.
is probably somewhere under the
And
bed.
she's not gonna ask if she wants if she wants a toy or anything. She's not gonna ask
she
for a
wants a
doll.
phone.
She
She's
wants
been
a phone.
crying
She
for
wants
a phone.
an iPad.
You're right. I wanted
or
to
tablet
make
or
a
something.
comment. We have a comment by Minister Sheyi. I'll come to that in a bit. Psychologists are increasingly concerned that technology and social media is breaking down family communication.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sometimes families are getting home, the mom is on the phone,
Husband and wife don't
husband is
communicate
on
anymore.
the phone,
Yeah.
husband is on social media. The child, what are we role modeling to our children?
Yeah.
When, let me see that WhatsApp.
So there's no
that
there's no
online
interaction, there's no
newspaper.
communication.
No communication in the household. Dad is on the phone. Oh, you're about to drop your child at school. It's the phone. You're looking at the iPad. What are we communicating to our children? After everybody has had their dinner, he's upstairs.
Yeah.
She's in the bedroom.
Can
you see how his
a picture?
family breakdown? How you can start
I
breaking
saw a
it?
picture that tried to depict what you're saying, but they tried to solve it. So they would have family dinner.
And no phone.
Oh, they put a basket. Everybody, you have to drop your phone in the basket
Somebody I know
first
asked that.
before
No
you
phone
come.
during dinner time.
Yeah. So everybody drops all sorts of phone, and then there's meal. It was a very funny picture, but I knew what it was trying to pass across to people.
Okay, let me just read. So we've talked about the in terms of the impact, the self-esteem, the self-image on mental health, depression, also the fact that it's addictive.
Oh, yes.
And then again,
That's another one,
And again,
isn't it?
people even in the middle of the night, when they wake up, the first thing they pick is their phone.
Their phone or their
so
tablets.
sometimes children are unable to sleep. They don't sleep very well.
They don't sleep
They
well.
get to school,
They're
very
tired.
They can't
They
concentrate.
can't because they affect
in
the
school
attention
because they
span.
affect the academics as
It
well.
does, you're right.
So the attention span at school is reduced. You know,
Yeah.
they can't concentrate. They
You're
can't
right.
focus on the
And they
teachers.
can't speak.
You know, they can't speak well anymore.
people.
There are lots of
Yeah.
slangs out there,
Which we're
LOL,
gonna-
and things like that.
one thing I just want to, because due to my work as a social worker, can I just say, as parents, you do have that right to put some boundaries in place. It's okay. Do you have a 13 or 14-year? As a parent, you can decide to actually say, no, when it's 9 o'clock, you're not taking your phone to bed. Nobody will say that you are abusing your child or you're causing your child to be at risk. If as a parent, you want to make that decision for your child to say, no, I'm having this phone, when it's 10 p.m. or whatever time they go to bed, I'd like your phone. Even if they report it to school, no social services will start blaming you, because we expect as a parent to ensure that you put steps in place to protect your child and to prioritize your child's safety. So you were talking about language, but I'd like to read the comment first. So Minister Sheyi, thank you for watching. His comment goes thus: wonderful show and great topic. So thank you. Social media has been a wonderful technological innovation. It has made the world a smaller place, and it has enhanced global communication. That's true, global communication. Furthermore, it has helped so many small businesses to expand, as it has given them access to global market. However, there has been a downside, as it has immensely affected social interaction among family members, which we've also touched upon. A substantial number of people have become addicted to their phones. The time that family members are meant to spend together and build a strong bond among themselves is spent chatting on social media. I would encourage families to spend more time together without the distraction of the various social media platforms. This will help to build strong emotional connection, help the kids to develop face-to-face communications. Thank you. Can I just say one thing that my husband practices? He doesn't actually check any of his social media platforms, especially WhatsApp. He checks that once a week to catch up. And sometimes some people take offense to say, I've sent you a WhatsApp, why have you not responded there? So when some people are trying to minimize their time on social media, so we have to learn to respect them. If it's emergency, by all means ring them. But if you're messaging somebody on WhatsApp, maybe they're trying to minimize
the time,
only,
online.
and they've got a particular day that they catch up. Okay, I think we should try to summarize in terms of the negative. Have you got any research you've done about any negative that you'd like?
I spoke about I spoke about the mental well-being of the children, of both parents and of both adults, and and then again I was going to say that it also gives us, I think you spoke about it, it gives us a false I don't know that word to use now, a false lifestyle, if that's correct.
So,
So
it's not realistic.
it's not realistic, some
That's
people
true.
you see them on social media, they seem happy, they post beautiful, but they're dying out in there.
That's true.
Yeah, so sometimes people need help, but we can't offer the help because we don't know the real issue. The real, state
Yes,
of
you don't know the
That's
real
true,
issue,
that's
and then they're dying there. They're there in depression, and a lot of people are very lonely. They're very sad,
That's true.
But on social media they seem happy and things.
That's
So if you don't show the real you, then you can't get help.
And the only
Then
way you
if
can show the real is when people know you physically.
when you know you physically,
virtual.
not exactly, not
That's
on
true.
social media. Try as much as possible to
try and
personally
balance it.
to balance it.
It's
Balance
not easy,
everything.
we
It's not
recognize.
easy. Yeah,
But little steps.
exactly. We just need to try and balance it, our social life and the real life.
Another thing
I
we
can
should,
say
there's a
that.
scripture in Songs of Solomon 2:15 that says that little foxes spoil the vine. That's in Songs of Solomon 2 verse 15. Little foxes spoil the vine. So sometimes we don't realize that all these small things, habits, negative habit that we're doing, they can actually spoil the whole family, the whole
Yes.
vine, whatever we build. And I like the fact that you touch upon the attention span, because sometimes can affect children. When somebody is being up on their social media till about 4 a.m. in the morning,
It's hard.
of course they'll be tired to go
because
to
they
school.
haven't had adequate sleep.
Adequately.
know,
And
so-
it can affect adults as well.
Yes.
Do you have to be in church on Sunday, or do you have to go to work or your business, and you be up doing something is not that relevant? you're going to be tired.
Yes,
you're not
you
going to
will.
be as productive as you should. Sorry, let me just summarize what I've got here. The impact of social media on family has been researched to see what negative and positive are. Like I said, psychologists are increasingly concerned that technology is breaking down family communication. It can rob family of attention, doing things together, communicating together, getting to know each other. Many children reported that they felt their parents were also addicted to their phone or computer. Children stated that they desire their parents to spend quality time with them and to interact with them. So children are also saying, Mommy, Daddy, you are spending too much on your phone, on your computer. Another thing, let me see, other negative I have here. Social media can be quite addictive. Some people are desiring the likes and share. And also, they're spending a lot of hours, children communicating with people that they don't know their age. Strangers. And sometimes these pedophiles, when children are not getting attention from their parents or their carers,
they look for attention elsewhere.
So imagine somebody out there is telling them, oh, yeah, you are beautiful, you are kind. They will want to keep chatting to that person. Before you know it, the person will say, oh, let's meet up so place. Another thing that I heard is it said they should minimize the hours children use on social media. It can affect social skills, which you've said. It can affect us building real-life relationships, which you've said. What else as it says here? And it can make people to feel self-centered in the sense of, and also to feel, oh, they are beautiful just because they are getting all the likes, or they are not addressing their issues in life because they are always posting it on social media. And apparently too much of social media screen time can affect the brain development of little ones, because you're not challenging them enough in terms of doing things rather than
on their own.
Yeah, rather than calculator, for example, doing all these computer doing all the maths for them. Are you actually doing literally the maths? Do you get what I mean? And then we've talked about the dangers of cyberbullying. Adults can also be bullied. Let me be honest. Yes. Some people, this freedom of speech. Some people comment. Somebody say, "Who told you to be supporting APC?" For example, they will turn it into something or scripture. Else. People also, when we talk about negative. Now people use the social media to teach us wrong doctrine.
Yes, when you're talking about maths and things like that, something came to me. A lot of children, fail mental maths. Because they don't want to use their brain anymore to think. Yes. They don't want to think. That's you ask 2 + 2, and they're thinking, they're bringing out their phones to check 2 + 2. They don't want to use their brain anymore to think at all. They don't want to do anything.
My daughter comes to say, "What's the meaning of this?" And I say, "That's why you have a dictionary."
Yeah,
because pick up your dictionary.
Pick up your Bible.
Go to the dictionary. By the time you're looking for abacus, for instance, you would see 1 or 2, 3 things that probably catch your attention.
Yeah.
You've added 2, 3 vocabulary to the list of words, before she even gets to the exact thing that she's looking for. And in that, you could just continue exploring and you see more things. As against when you're on social media or you decide to use a computer and then something else opens and there's an advert that pops on the side and you get distracted. It's really distracting.
It's very distracting.
My mom, for instance, complained of her driver. He's always on the phone. And he blocks his ear, and even if you're speaking to him, it could even cause accidents.
Yes, accidents.
Because he's not listening to you. You're giving him instruction, he's doing something else. It has negative effects.
So
like
many
I said
negative.
In the beginning,
we've talked about
it's got positive or wonderful ideas, but the negative outweighs.
So, but then that now brings us to this question.
Yeah, once we've done that, we'll read more. Okay,
maybe
or do you want me to read?
Yes, I think
okay. This virus has been killing children. Please talk about the virus called Momo, okay? We're going to talk about that. Some are watching porn when they aren't supervised, and the level of vulnerability to both boys and girls is alarming. And some are losing self-esteem, yes.
Yeah,
we agree. Thank you, Somi. The reality is that you can't monitor your child 100%. Yes, that's true. But you can start to train them and educate them early. We can let them also know about the pros and cons of it.
Yes.
And that's why it's important to keep that communication
and you lead by example.
You lead by example.
I don't always go on Facebook, for instance, because if I go on Facebook once, I'm going to probably be there for another hour, because I've probably, I'm really back there.
Yeah.
So I know it's quite distracting. Instagram, for instance, I don't think I've been on Instagram the whole of this week.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good.
So I can decide, okay, I probably go on Instagram when it's really, I'm probably bored, or maybe I'm actually not always bored. So you can see I could be 2 weeks without going on Instagram, because I don't want her to have that impression that your life revolves around.
I need to
Around
get
this,
better with
yes.
this, I must be honest. In terms of the time me and you want. So let me just finish reading the comments. A friend was telling me the other day how his 6-year-old daughter was watching TV, saw something she felt inappropriate, and decided to tell daddy and mommy.
And that's fantastic.
This happened because the child has been trained to call out when she sees something
Exactly.
strange and inappropriate. A lot of this topic anchors on parents taking responsibility
Yeah.
to educate the children, but not to police them. Otherwise, they'll be
Exactly.
smart enough to access inappropriate content on devices that belong to their friends. Oh, hello, my sweetheart. My husband commented, said, well done for discussing this important topic. Social media is like the real world. People have both built and lost their lives on there. And it's important that parents supervise and guide their children as they spend time on the internet. Just as parents won't let your young children visit a busy city center on their own, they should closely supervise their children when using the internet. Thank you for
Actually,
that.
And that leads us to, even the Momo thing,
That's
going here,
true.
going around and all, it's out
Do
there.
people
commit
know what that
self-harm.
whole Momo is about? So basically,
I was going
do
to
you want to
have that.
explain it?
No, I was going to have that talk with my daughter, and then she comes to say, "Mommy, there's this scary thing on the internet." It comes to tell you to kill yourself and do all manner of
Self-harm.
self-harm and all that. Basically, that's what it is. It's a virus.
That popped up on YouTube, Peppa
And
Pig.
it's on Peppa Pig, on Paw Patrol, and it still brings us back to parental guidance. Honestly, and that's we need to talk about how parents can actually help the children, how we can support them. I like the comment someone made there and said that you don't need to police your children, otherwise they'll outsmart you. They're very smart, no matter what.
And they use some languages as
They
well.
use some languages that you do not even understand. Sometimes there was something I saw. You see them use things like POS. They're talking to their palms and things like that. And
Let's
you're
test
wondering,
our
exactly,
viewers,
you're wondering, what
actually.
are these things? What's POS?
Viewers, there are some lingo, some urban languages that children and young people use. What is LOL?
What is LOL?
That's
What is
simple.
CD9?
Okay, what is LOL? Who wants to try? What is LOL?
Oh, that's easy.
That's
What
easy.
is
Laughing
it?
out loud.
Laughing out loud. Okay, another one.
CD9.
I don't know
I
what
don't know
CD9 is.
Okay.
Viewers, what is CD9?
CD9.
So C for cat, D for Delta, and number 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means.
Okay. Code 9, parents around.
Code 9 for
Yeah, parents around.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Code 9, parents around. So, watch it.
Watch.
So, yeah, what is F2T?
F for Frank.
F for Frank, 2, the number 2, and T for Tango.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know? Can you think?
F2T.
Face to talk.
Face to talk.
For two, no.
Free to talk.
Free to
Yeah, free to talk.
F2T means free to talk. So imagine sitting down on a child's WhatsApp.
Exactly, and you're wondering what that is.
What is
Yes.
free to talk?
Free to
Okay.
talk. Yeah, there's TMI. What do you think TMI is?
Missing in action.
TMI.
You
Too
see, I'm
much
not-
information.
So imagine, I wouldn't even know, and I'm working with young people.
TMI, too
and
much
I'm not even
information.
very cognizant with this.
Yeah,
I need
there's,
to definitely educate
There's
myself.
L for limo, GH, LGH.
What does that mean?
Let's get high.
No.
They're very scary, you know.
LGH,
Yeah,
let's get high.
Let's get high. There's another one, POS, you know. Someone just asked me and I was like, oh, of course, point of sales. And I was like, it really points of sales, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think it means?
Parents over your shoulder.
Yeah, parents over your shoulder.
Oh.
So if you see a child writing POS, it means parents over shoulder.
Yeah.
Yet a parent may sit down and say, oh, where is he? Is he going to buy something?
Exactly.
That's what we'll be thinking,
Yes,
isn't it?
yes. There's GTG.
Got to
Got to go. Mhm.
Okay, I've heard of GTG.
There's SMH.
shaking my
shaking
head.
my
Shaking
head.
my head.
Yeah.
That was my
Should
one.
we even be right? Anyway, that's some words that young people use, and we need to be familiar with
Yes,
their
we need
language.
to be familiar with their language as well. You know,
Yeah.
there's M or F.
M-O-
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Male or female.
Okay.
So, you know, and it's not just teenagers that use these languages, please. You know, so adults who
Oh.
pretend to be young use these languages as well. So if you see M or F,
They want to know if
obviously
you're a
want to
male
know
or
if you're a
female.
male or a female.
Wow.
Obviously. You know, so there's so many languages out there, so many, you know, so many abbreviations out there that we really need to, you know, familiarize ourselves with, because we all have young children, you know.
I think I need to check our YouTube. A YouTube.
So whilst
page.
you're checking, you know, let me just say one or two things that I think, you know, like a guide for parents, you know.
Yeah, basically, obviously, all these
Yeah,
acronyms
you really
we've
put it.
yeah, all the acronyms we've shared. These are acronyms that people use on all this information. They're available on
Yeah.
Google anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
So
just.
parents
yeah.
should ensure, you know, they know what their children are doing online. They should ensure they understand the importance of not giving out personal information to people that they do not know. They need to tell their children, you know, no one has the right to make them do anything
they
do
don't
not
want
want
to
to
do.
You know, use parental controls out there. That we have lots of parental controls. We should use them. We should ask questions from our children. We should, you know, create that communication line with our children. Ensure you keep a good line of communication with your child, because you don't want them to go out there looking for information from other people, sourcing
That's
information from other people.
Yes.
You know, you want them to be able to talk to you, you know.
That's
And we also have appropriate advice and guidance for parents. You know, they can also check online. There's
That's true.
www.nspcc.org.uk/preventing abuse/keeping children safe online. We've got www.thinkyouknow.co.uk/parents. We've got www.netsafe.
Safe.
You know, there's so many of those things out there. We could just go
On
educate ourselves, you know, and just try and keep up to date with our children.
I agree.
And I wanted to say something. You said something about nobody can force them to do what they don't want to do online. But then again, we need to strike a balance. They need to know what they shouldn't do online, because
Yeah.
and it sometimes it's not actually somebody making them do it. They probably just want to be
Want
online.
to do it, yeah.
They want to express themselves. Like I shared with for me, my daughter decided to download this almighty TikTok, and she started chatting with her classmate, and now they feel they were probably expressing themselves, but some of the discussion was, for me, it wasn't inappropriate. Somebody else could pick up that gadget and see what they're discussing, and it should create, you know, a lot of ripple, and shouldn't be. So again, they should know what you put up there. People are probably going to comment or react to whatever you've put up, and you don't want to put a wrong information out there. You don't want to express yourself wrongly and create the wrong impression or
Create the wrong
attract the
impression.
wrong attention
To yourself,
by,
yeah.
by the things that you've posted and all that. So
That's
they need to
true.
be educated on what could go out there and what
And
cannot go out there.
That's true. You're right, because my husband mentioned something to me that actually the moment we share anything, it automatically
It's
saves.
gone.
Whether we delete it or not. And some when he said, I'm
100
like, oh
persons
my,
probably seen it.
like OMG,
Yeah.
OMG, me too, OMG. One
Well-
thing, I was.
I don't know if okay.
Yeah, obviously, I think we have covered most of our questions in terms of we've talked about what types of social media are out there, the legal age, restriction, the benefit, the consequences, and how we could lead to. We've actually covered everything, really. One thing that we also, I think we should mention, I don't know if we've mentioned, is that it's very good to, especially for the little ones, and also the teenagers, young people, even as a family, we can work on the timing, the duration of
Screen time.
the screen time, our duration, how long do
Time
we use it for,
management.
time management, when do we use it, during the time that it will impact our time, what are we modeling to our children is really important as well. Another benefit is sometimes you can have prayer conference online.
Oh yes.
Yes, we didn't mention that.
Okay, we've got to
Okay.
go now, but before we
'cause
go,
of time.
yes, because of time. But before we go, I'd like to take a nugget from you, a nugget from you, and a nugget from me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just 1 or 2 sentences from you. 1 or 2
Okay, I
sentences
think
from
a
you.
nugget that I'll be taking away from tonight is I've learned about the age restriction in terms of you to being 18. We need to put that parental guidance on whatever we use. And I've been educated about various social media and the age restriction. Another nugget I'll be taking away is the timing that I use social media platform within my household. It shouldn't be impacting my family in a negative way, because I've learned tonight that it can affect family communication, and I can see how I think I might be using it too much. It's impacting, so I've been able to reflect. So I think this has been a great topic that has benefited me as well.
Oh, fantastic, Lafunke.
For me, it's about understanding when a child needs to express herself or himself, being able to open that channel for the child to be able to express herself, so she doesn't look, or he does not look for people outside who are probably presenting listening ear, probably not with the good intentions,
Yeah.
and then get them onto the side, and also to understand what these social media platforms are. Before I deleted the TikTok, because I felt my child was not ready to use cell phones, and I said, you can't have one until I'm sure you're ready. But then I've tried to smart me to download TikTok on her tab, and then she felt like she could communicate, but then she was using it wrongly. But then I had to understand what it was. I didn't even know the TikTok thing was.
So education.
So I had to
Education.
get informed. So we should get informed,
Get
so that we're
informed.
ahead of the children
That's
as well.
true.
Thank you,
And
Sister Lydia.
Before you talk about nugget, another thing we didn't mention is if you share inappropriate sexual content via any form of social media, it is a form of a criminal offense. You can be prosecuted. This is UK law anyway. I don't know about outside of the UK. What nuggets are
Well,
you
for
taking?
me, the major nugget I'm taking home here is I need to keep that communication line open between me, my children, my husband. You know, we need to keep that communication line open. And then a nugget I'd like our viewers to take home is a University of Sheffield study highlights that spending an hour a day on social media reduces the probability of a child being completely happy with their life by 14%.
Oh.
The number of children in the UK prescribed with antidepressants increased by more than 50% between 2005 and 2012. So, to all our viewers out there, parental control is very important. To the couples out there, you need to keep that relationship, that bond between you and your husband. You know, yes. So do not allow social media to cut you off. As important as it is, you know, ensure that it does not, you know, create a gap, you know, between you and your wife, you and your children, you and your friends out there as
And
well.
your
you know,
relationship
your
with
relationship
God.
with God, your relationship with people. You know, it's very important. Your mental well-being is very important. Your physical well-being is very important. You know, be real, be yourself all the time. And again, until
our topic for 2 weeks is going to be quite
Very
interesting, because
interesting.
we've been talking about impact of mental health, social media.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks' time, we hope to be talking about a topic in relation to that.
mental health.
Yes.
Yes.
So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. This is Family Nuggets, where life begins
And love never ends.
Thank you, viewers. Bye.